are with episode 21. How's it going, Tim and Emilio?
Good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, Tim?
Just the same old.
That's good, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully.
Ain't bad, so.
That's good. I've had enough bad lately. But yeah, I'm hearing that from a few of my friends. Like, things are turning around a little bit. I like hearing stories like that. I've heard enough of bullshit through like COVID and whatever else. But I don't know. I'm hanging on to all the good stories I can right now.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling they're gonna stop pretty soon. The way the economy's going.
Yeah.
Shit's gonna get real fucked
Well,
up.
I hope you're not trying to buy a home soon.
No, not until they go down.
Right.
But I don't know how. It depends how that happens, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But
The only way I see that going down is a fucking crash, man.
yeah, definitely.
Even then, like, doesn't necessarily mean it'll be easier to get home.
No.
Banks will be like, oh, fuck that.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like. I gotta win the lottery before all that happens.
At this rate, you'll have a better chance of winning the lottery than buying a house.
Yeah, probably. I don't really have much of a credit history going, so
My credit history is all bad.
yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, they didn't really teach us about a lot of that growing up. So by the time I had a credit card, I was like, all right, I can just use this instead of real money. Like, it's okay if I just pay it back. Like, I'll just pay it back. And like, got less and less work. Things got more and more expensive. It's like, well, shit, now I'm fucked. But
I had one class my senior year, like, I don't know if every high school offers it, but it was called applied math.
yeah,
And they like went over like how to like buy a used car, like what does and doesn't like get like calculated into the cost. They went over like filing your own taxes, shit like that. And I thought that was really cool. I think that would be a really good thing for like if all high schools don't have it, I think it would be a good thing for them to offer.
yeah, dude. There's a lot of weird shit being taught in high school. I think that would be a good one to like make mandatory.
Sure. Yeah, it wasn't even like a mandatory thing. Like it was my freshman year. I failed the second semester or the second semester or semester. Yeah, it's like first course. Yeah, I had to remember that. It's been a while. But yeah, I failed second semester freshman math. I failed the entire year of my junior math. So my senior year, I was taking at the second half of the year, I was taking 3 math classes.
Yeah,
and two science classes. I think no, just the one because I failed the second half of chemistry.
Yeah,
My junior year.
I feel
was
like
a terrible student.
I feel like math is rough though. Like in a school setting, for most people, like you have to put something into practice, like in a meaningful way, in order to learn it. When you just put numbers on a paper and go like, do this 1,000 million fucking times, and you'll know, you'll learn, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, well, this is not useful. Not using any of these numbers, so it's like, why the fuck do I even?
If you look at how they teach like math in the east of the world,
Yeah,
completely different, and it's a lot more like applied strategies and more practical stuff versus the context of just like what's bigger and what's smaller.
yeah,
You know,
I could see that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of. Like
here in the like West, we as kids we learn with like those small like cube blocks, and we're learned to base it off of like material value a little bit. Whereas in the East, like it's like no, like there's strategies, like you can flip fractions and percentages and all these things like that. That when I see how they learn that now, I'm like, this has been a lot easier for timetables or stuff like that than what we learn here.
There's a lot of
know?
different like number tricks
Yeah.
and stuff that you can use. And I feel like I had to learn a lot of them on my own. Like I've heard someone describe Common Core math to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Common Core math. That's just doing math in your head. Like, what do you like? Why are they trying to describe it and like
Making
teach it
basic
in this
math.
way? Like you're making it more complicated
Yeah.
instead of just letting kids do the problems in their head. Like,
Mhm.
there's different ways to teach it, but I've heard the strategy of Common Core math, and my
Stupid,
God,
doesn't
it
even.
sounds so bad. And it's like, this is what I'm doing. When I do math, it's exactly what I do in my head. But the way you're describing it is the most horrible, like backwards ass shit I've ever heard.
Bro, they made two Common Core, like, from like what I've heard, dude. Like, they took like 2 plus 2 and made it like as difficult as like long division for like young kids. Like long division for us is like easy as
Yeah.
fuck, you know. It's like whatever, but like they're making it like that level. Like, you know, they're taking like the way they're making it complicated. I feel like they're taking like sixth grade math. Like they're making it seem like sixth grade math for like first and second graders.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty odd the way they teach in schools. And it's weird because like I'm actually like working in high schools right now, so I see a lot of classrooms. I'm just hanging big ass TVs in all the rooms. And I'm going through like Thunderbird High School right now. And I walked into one of the
I used to live
history.
over there.
Yeah, nice. I walked into one of the history rooms. It's like a brand new building, fucking massive building. And I walked into one of the rooms, and in the corner they had all of these like models of like guillotines and like dolls with like blood all over them. Like
Bro.
they're missing heads, like all over these models, like of like, I don't know, it's like a French Revolution like segment.
Trying to get the
But it's
kids
like,
ready for it.
yeah, but they're, yeah, okay. So what are we teaching them? Oh, kill all the politicians? Like,
Time to,
is that the strategy now?
yeah,
Like, I don't
gotta
know, but it's
think the
just
French got it
weird.
right,
Like
man.
they're like glamorizing the violence of that revolution, of like the beheading and the use of the guillotine, and like it's like they're making light of this like pretty extreme like situation. Like, holy shit, they're just having fun. Oh yeah, just paint blood all over it, and like, let's see how extreme we can make it. Oh, this one's holding the head. Like,
It's pretty fucking metal.
it's metal, but it's like,
Yeah.
holy shit, this is like, oh, how many weeks did they spend on this project in this class?
Damn, dude.
Like,
Like,
Yeah,
if
I
I
want. I
just,
want to
damn.
even say like the last public execution. Like I don't think it was via guillotine in France. Was like only like 70 years ago. Like
Yeah,
there's people alive who witnessed it.
not that long
Yeah.
ago. And that shit, it happens in other countries. Like,
Yeah.
not as many first world countries, but you know how many executions happen, you know, just in third world countries that like, have no media coverage. How
Uh-huh.
many crazy murders happen like around, like, I don't know, man. It's crazy. But like, yeah, the last public government public you know, execution, like, for the masses.
Yeah, I think they should bring it back.
Hey, it would send a message.
It would. Yeah.
If anyone's gonna bring it back, it's probably Trump. Let's bring back the public executions. It's gonna be huge. It'd be perfect, dude. I want to see, who would he pick first?
for what?
Probably Hillary.
Hillary. Oh,
I just
yeah,
remember that
for
one,
sure, Hillary.
that one line that like
Yeah.
blew everyone away. She was like, "Oh well, I sure am glad you're not in charge of the criminal system, you know." And he's like, "Because you'd be in jail." And everyone in the whole city was like, "Oh shit!" It's like she walked right into that one. Oh man, that shit was hilarious.
That was really good.
He should be a comedian, not a politician. That guy's funny, but he's pretty extreme.
He enables a lot of extreme people.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
That's the issue.
It's polarizing. That's the
Mhm.
word. You either
Yeah.
fucking hate him or you love him, or you're somewhere in the middle just watching the fucking upside down clown world unfold. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like most people are in the middle, just watching all this shit go to hell.
That's where I'm at. My entire adult life, I have yet to vote for anything.
It's hard. So much information out there. You have to like actually sit down and like force yourself to do lessons on this shit. You have to like read on these people and like know who you're voting for. You can't just listen to the ads. It's impossible.
Yeah.
You're not going to know what the fuck is going on.
If I'm gonna sit down to like learn something, it's gonna be something to do with music. Just because if it's not interesting to me, then like I'm just not gonna do it.
Yeah, it's really hard to get into public policy. and like who's raising what taxes for what purpose and what they're compromising to make these things happen. And it's too big of a game for us peasants to figure it out.
The way they word everything too, dude, they word it in a way to like they're trying to keep people confused. Like,
yeah, like it's like yes, on prop this. No,
but yes
and
will
then-
be no.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
yeah, and then there's so many things involved with each of these pieces. I feel like there needs to be like some legislation that says like the name of a bill is only what is included in the bill. You know, no compromises, no hiding sneaky shit in these bills. If it says like, you know, Medicare, blah blah blah, it has Medicare only in it. Don't try to flip it and say like, oh, well, then we'll raise taxes on alcohol for, you know, to give to this like department for whatever. It's like you can't add shit in there that's not related. Like, because I bet even the people voting on it, even the politicians, like all the representatives and shit, they're not even reading those, you know, 10,000 page like papers on these bills. They're not looking at that shit.
No.
They have their assistants like summarize it for them. And they're like, oh, okay. They're like 70, 80 years old.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't know how the system is still running. But enough with the hopelessness. I'm sorry I brought that up. I'm trying to get on to good stories, right? God damn, I just fell into that hole. So, what is Condemned up to right now?
We are up to
Got any shows coming up?
yeah, actually, on the 15th next month, I believe. Let me check my calendar. We got a few shows.
Is that the one at the grid?
All right, yeah. So, Saturday, August 6th, we have a show at the Blues Bar.
Oh, that's right.
And then, Friday the 12th, we have a show at the Grid.
August 6th.
And then
Who else is at the August 6th one?
I think Maya might be playing that one.
Maya.
What is it? Chasing Yesterday.
in September.
September.
Yeah, that one is September 17th.
Then what's the blues one?
The Blues, I forget what that one is.
Dude, I've played so many shows, man. I'm in 3 bands.
Like, yeah, you're in 3 bands.
I don't know who's playing what. I just know I gotta be there.
Only got like one like actively playing live show band that I'm in, and I don't even know like what shows are what. I just know like Kyler does all the booking, and he's like, "Hey guys, like you guys down for a show like this day at this place?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." I don't even know what bands we're playing with. He's just like, "Oh, Saturday like the 21st." I'm like, "I got anything going on?" Nope, don't got anything going on. So let's play it.
Yeah.
And I forget about it, and then it's like a few weeks before, I'm like, "Oh, we gotta start selling tickets." I'm like, "Oh shit, we got a show coming up."
Nice. Well, at least you got Kyler on the ball for that.
Yeah,
that's cool. Kind of takes care of the booking for the local shows and stuff. Are you guys doing anything out of state soon?
We have a tour going on in the spring of next year. We're looking forward to. We're gonna be heading out with Amaya.
Oh, nice. This is just something you two guys are.
I think it's just 2. We might be looking to bring a 3rd person over. I think it's a little bit easier to book shows, out of state when the promoters are like, all right, it's like a good package deal here. You don't have to look for a bunch of local talent.
They can sell it as like an Arizona talent show or whatever, Arizona showcase, whatever. That'd be cool. Be cool to like bring a another band that's like local to that area.
Oh yeah,
so
that'd be
can
sick.
help.
Yeah,
they can help sell the couple shows. But
yeah, no, definitely we want to reach out to those those cities. It's still like right now we know where we're playing. It's just reaching out to the promoters and getting it set in stone. So obviously too, we're gonna want to personally reach out to some of the other bigger local bands in those areas and see, hey, we're coming through town. If you want to throw a show, you know what I mean, play this show too. We'll definitely help you out when you come through here.
Right.
So
yeah, as of this moment though, I think from the last that I've heard about this, is like it's still in talks. I don't know, like I haven't heard anything about like people actually like reaching out to start getting everything set in stone.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It'll probably be either spring or like midsummer.
Yeah.
that it happens.
You guys going for like 3 shows, 4 shows,
They were going for 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Is it 2?
Yeah, that's what the plan was.
I thought Kyler said like a week.
So you guys are like setting it up yourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you gonna have like a local promoter help you out, help you like make the tour?
We're just gonna do it.
You're just gonna book all the shows and make your own tour?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sweet. Should advertise it that way. That's pretty dope.
Cool.
DIY tour.
Yeah, the DIY tour. That's fucking cool though. And Kyler's gonna be pretty busy.
Yeah, him and Dakota are the ones that have been like really.
Oh yeah, Dakota's good too.
Yeah.
So Dakota's on top of that shit. That's awesome. That'd be a good team.
Oh yeah.
Going on a tour like that. I want to see those videos, man.
We'll have to send.
It's gonna be wild.
We're gonna have to send some more videos of like. Oh man.
Some good videos.
Yeah.
I tried to recreate me going from the front seat to the very back, just over the seats. It was a bit harder to do in a 15-passenger van. Hurt a lot more than just going through like a row of seats.
Right.
I remember just laying down and seeing like Tim crawl over like the seats. I just felt like a soldier in the trenches. Like, you know what I mean? A tank is driving over you. I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Dude, I literally went from passenger to the fucking like the 4th row where Nate was sitting, just like over the top of the seats.
Just dive like Ninja Warrior. Just maybe like MXC.
Ooh, MXC, man. Oh, man, that's deep in my memory. I remember watching that shit.
Dude, back when Spike TV was still around.
Man, Spike TV was like the most toxic masculine show ever.
Oh, that channel was awful. It's great.
Man. There's like Guy Code or something.
It's the Man Show.
The Man Show, yeah.
Yeah, Joe Rogan was part of the Man Show for a long time, dude.
It's so great,
funny.
Man.
It's pretty fucked up.
They had like 1,000 Ways to Die.
They had Joey Diaz come out like totally naked. It was like the last episode they did.
It's so
It's so funny. It's like ridiculous.
Oh man.
I just remember the Man Scout.
Yeah.
Instead of Boy Scouts, they had a Man Scout.
Yeah.
And it was this tiny little chubby kid in like a Boy Scout uniform. And he would walk around and just like he would have like a beer stand out on the sidewalk selling beer to people walking by.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Like, dude, it was
just
really
some Eric Andre shit out in public, you know, but with a Boy
seen
Scout.
Spike had the coolest shit, dude.
But
They always play Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd always play like just manly shit.
Man shit.
But MXC was like a obstacle course kind of show.
Yeah, it was like the Japanese Wipeout.
Yeah, I think they took it from an old Japanese show and they like mixed it up.
English.
Well, yeah, they mixed it and dubbed their own sound. Like it's not even what they're saying. Like they totally dubbed their own like voices in over everything. Like so they're just saying ridiculous off the wall shit that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And like the hosts, they totally dub all the hosts' words and everything too. Like they're all just making fun of the contestants, like just talking shit the whole time.
I think Wipeout got it from MXC.
Yeah, I think so. Because Wipeout was like super corporatized American bullshit.
Yeah, American bullshit.
And like the stunts were cool because like you could tell people were like potentially getting hurt, like seriously fucked up doing these stunts.
When the show first started, like they actually had like athletes go. Like they had like ex-football players, and some of them were able to do like the stuff pretty well.
Yeah.
And it was turning a little bit too much like into like the extreme Fear Factor shit. And then they realized, no, we have to get a bunch of like just goofy people to like just get beat up because this is what people want to see. And it actually turned into that. Like all the people who do it are just goofballs, like not athletes at all.
They're not good at it.
Yeah.
And then when somebody surprises you and actually does the thing,
it's not
like, whoa, like that. Dude, that's crazy. It's like that fucking huge dude just jumped over all those balls.
Yeah.
Like, he just bounced over the last one on his ass. Like, holy fuck. Yeah, that Wipeout show was pretty cool, but the jokes were dumb. And MXC was the opposite.
Yeah.
All the stunts were really fucking dumb, but the humor was cool.
Yeah, the humor was great.
They had one called Glory Hole.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there's just a bunch of fake walls set up in a muddy field, and you had to run. There's doorways on the walls, and you had to just run full speed at the doorways. And sometimes the doorways were just not real,
Yeah.
and
You just
sometimes they were
boom.
paper, and sometimes there was like people ready to attack you as soon as you flew through it. Like they would just beat the shit out of you, like try to throw you back through the door.
Oh damn.
So it's like 20 people trying to find the right door. So like they're just sprinting like for their lives. They have these actors like chasing them down, like trying to get them back. It was like violent almost. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude, Spike TV just stunted my age.
I gotta go back, see if I can find
Deadliest
some.
Warrior.
Oh, dude,
man,
that
I remember that.
Yeah.
Deadliest Warrior. When that shit came out,
That
like,
shit was so cool. I remember kids in school were like, "Nah, man, the ninja's totally gonna fuck up the Spartan or something." You know what I mean? Like, and then it
yeah.
come out, they're just nerding out
I
about
think it was the Ninja versus a Pirate, and that was like one of the
Ninja
dumbest
Pirate.
episodes.
No, it was a knight and a pirate.
Yeah, fuck. What was the ninja?
The ninja was the Spartan.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it was a Spartan and a Viking, or no, a Spartan or Viking and a Samurai. I remember that one. That was one of my favorite ones.
That one got like a little bit heated
That
because
one was
like
cool.
the Viking dudes they had were like kind of Nazis, and like
Oh,
when
really?
they were like when they were like like the samurai just are like better technology, just you know what I mean. They're steel. They knew how to, you know what I mean.
Yeah, if
They
Vikings
got really
actually...
butthurt about it. Like they were like, "Nah, man, like fucking, they made a berserker in the field, man." I'm like, "Nah, dude.
Well,
These guys are fucking." You know what I mean? Like
they would have problems. Like one for one, if 5 samurai met 5 Vikings, they would be screwed.
well, because the samurai would come in on horses.
Yeah,
Like it would fuck them up.
But the samurai, there was never like, I mean, yeah, I guess if one for one, if it was like a massive army of samurai versus a massive army of Vikings, I guess the samurai would win. But in smaller numbers, I feel like the Vikings would win.
You think so?
Unless it was like a one-on-one fight. But they have their like tactics, their shield wall.
No, they
tactics
definitely
and all
do.
That. Like had the size. They were just bigger people in general. Like they didn't really take that into account either. Like the Vikings were like fucking 6 foot tall. What were Japanese people at the same era?
Well, the Japanese were really small. I think what it came down to is like what you're saying, like the people who are representing like the Vikings were like they probably knew that, but like the show mostly just looked at the weapons and like
yeah, the show was just looking at technology and like the like weapons against each other. Like what would a guy with this sword do with a guy with this sword? You know, but it's like the people are not the same. You know, the Vikings would be like totally berserk, like drugged out on mushrooms, like fucking ready to die and go to Valhalla. And the Japanese guys are like, you know, maybe a little buzzed, but like into battle on their horse, like fucking with their Bushido code, like never fucking, you know, like their whole disciplines are different and their whole like culture is different. Like they only took into account like, oh, this sword would break this shield. You know, this club would like be really powerful.
Did you watch that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Yeah.
Their shield just like they had a club that was breaking their shields.
Oh yeah, the Japanese were just better at building things. They just built things like really, really well. They still do. Like to this day. They're still really good at building shit.
They like use like crazy forms of like science. Like there was this thing that they were using with a fungi, and they used the way the fungi grew to base the train system in Japan.
Oh, I heard about that. It was like an experiment where it was like
the fungi grows the quickest routes to its food sources.
Yeah,
and they put the food sources to the cities, and they based it off of the fungi.
Yeah, they like made a model of Tokyo or whatever,
Yeah.
and then they like put the fungi in the model, and then they like put food centers at the cities, and then the fungi like built their pathways to like transfer nutrients. And they were like, okay, we'll build the subways like that, just
That's
underground.
Dope.
It's pretty crazy because the fungus can figure it out way faster than humans can, and like that's like an argument for whether this fungus is intelligent or not. It's really weird. But there's like arguments that fungus is intelligent. just in ways we can't comprehend.
I saw this one. It was like a FBI interrogator, and he like hooked up like plants to the I forget the name of it, but it's like a lie detector test,
Yeah.
and it like can tell like stress levels and stuff like that. And when he would do things that would harm the plant, you can see like the stress levels like move in it, and like there was parts where like he would think about harming the plant, and the stress levels in the plant would move.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Could you move that mic a little closer?
Yeah. Sorry, I got too comfortable.
That's all right. That works. Cool. So plants like react on a lie detector test?
I mean, like it could be some bullshit I just saw, but like
Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah, like
how much of that shit was fake?
I don't know, man.
I always think about that show. I'll just be in the shower or something. Be like, Ripley's Believe It or Not. How like which one was fake, you know? There had to be some that were like totally fabricated. Like, here, glue this beard on your face. We'll just say it was 6 feet long at birth. Like, I don't know. So, you're working with Bloodsaw and Kill Command, right?
No, I work at Bloodsaw, Condemned Till Dawn, and Eternal. Kill Command is Sage's band.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're with Eternal.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And that one, how long has Eternal been out?
About like 6 months or so.
6 months. So it's a new project.
Yeah, it's pretty new, but like we did some cool stuff. We already released an EP. We got a cool distribution thing going on. We got a good show coming up with Thra, Death Cave, and Yatra in a couple months. So that'll be pretty cool.
Nice. So, is that going to be your first show?
No, we've played about, I want to think like 8 shows or some 6 to 8 shows already. We just played last week in Flagstaff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So how'd you start that project up? If that's your newest one.
So Sophie and Ruben kind of started it. They needed like a vocalist. So that's when I joined. And we got Xander on board from Blood Loss and Misanthropic. And 15-year-old kid is an incredible drummer. And he is I mean, like, so like we got a good lineup there, and yeah, so that's pretty much how it went.
That sounds good, man. Do you just like get hit up by these people, or so they just know you as like?
Well, no, they like needed a vocalist, so I hit them up.
Oh, okay. You just saw it on social media or something.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. And then Bloodsaw.
Yeah. Bloodsaw's been going on for like I want to say 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him on like social media and stuff. I don't think I go to those types of shows usually.
Really?
But I don't know. I got to start getting back out in the scene.
Yeah.
But, like I just got like a stable job and everything.
Hell yeah.
I was trying to do like the whole live audio scene and all that, but the work is just so unpredictable. Like I couldn't get into it. I couldn't depend on it. But I got a better job now, so I can like start planning going to those shows and stuff.
Hell yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Okay.
But I can't wait to see like all your different projects and see how different they are compared against each other.
Yeah.
But would you say they're like wildly different from each other?
What I do in each band is wildly different. They're in some ways they're a lot similar. I think what I do is different. I think that's what I like about it.
Nice.
It
That's
keeps me
cool.
fresh in every band, so I don't get.
Yeah, it's definitely like some exercise.
Yeah.
Almost.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Love to have you do triple duty sometime.
Yeah, I have to do triple duty sometime. Yeah.
Fucking marathon, man.
Yeah.
All in a row.
That's cool. What, like 3 practices in a row or something?
No, like a show.
A show?
Yeah.
All 3 of his bands on one bill.
Oh God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
How many people do that?
I don't know. At Sad Dad Summerfest, Alex Nunez, he's the bass player for Broken Eclipse, and then he did drums for us at that show. So
Yeah, that's filling in. I mean, like, how many people
well, it's still
have
like,
all three of the bands that they're in?
well, I mean, I know he's not like, but it's still like for the show, it's still double duty. Like that's
Yeah.
still a lot.
Yeah, I could imagine that takes a lot of energy.
Nate's done that too for before he left Condemned. We did that Revival Fest, and he played with Pony, and then I can't remember if they went before or after us, but either way, I think there was like a band in between both bands, or I can't remember.
No, they went right after. We went right after Pony.
Oh, we were right after. Oh, but
They
yeah,
played like
dude, Nate looked like he was gonna die of
played, like-
dehydration.
yeah, played like an hour and a half straight.
Dude, how do these bands do like 2 or 3 hour like sets then?
I don't know, man. It's tough. They take breaks, but it's really tough, man. It
They're
was
probably
crazy
like,
seeing like Ozzy do that shit like at 65. You know what I mean? He was doing the Black Sabbath sets in that reunion tour.
he gets a
like,
personal trainer.
I
tells
think
him to
I think
walk on a
he
treadmill.
Exercises a lot. He does
Yeah.
elliptical.
You
He
have
did
to.
elliptical.
You have to.
Yeah.
You can't do a 2 hour set on stage if you're not like if you don't have cardio.
Yeah,
you're
man.
fucked. If your heart doesn't work like halfway through the set, like what are you gonna do?
Die.
Die, yeah.
Dude, man, a couple years ago now, we did a headlining show at Rebel Lounge, and we played literally like an hour and a half long
God
set.
damn, dude.
The last like 3 songs, man, like my arm, like my picking hand especially was like so tired, dude. It was like,
Oh my god.
like I guess like the way to put it is like if you go like bowling or something, like you're using like a lot of forearm muscle, like
Yeah.
concentrated in your forearm muscle, and like after like when you're done, like your arm just feels like, I guess, limp or whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I know what
basically
you
like
mean.
how I felt from like fucking an hour and a half of playing like fast ass metal.
What if you did that like every other day for like 4 months?
Shit, dude. Could probably play like a 3-hour set, like no break.
At
least,
just,
like,
that's like a tour, right?
playing.
That's like a straight up like professional tour, right?
Yeah, they do that.
Doing that like every other day for like 3 or 4 months. Boom. That would suck so bad.
Man, I can't even imagine for bands like, you know, like the Black Dahlia Murder or Flesh God
The
Apocalypse.
ones
like,
that get really big.
they're like, dude, they play so fast. Like every
Yeah.
song is so fast, and they play like 45 to an hour set. You know,
I always see posts from Flesh God Apocalypse, and it's always about like their drummer, how he's like dying. It's always a video of him in practice, like, like hitting everything so fast. Like, god damn.
Like Nile. You seen Nile, the band Nile live or something?
I haven't
never
seen
seen
him
them
live.
live, but
Their drummer is insane, man. Like
Nate showed me some videos of
I was
that guy.
like, dude,
That's
he
George
look-
Colias, right?
yeah,
Dude, and then some of Opeth's early stuff. Did some of the earlier Opeth. I just listen to the drums like in those songs, and it's like, dude, this guy switches from like jazz, like some crazy jazz timing, and he just like blast beats out of nowhere, like
Fuck yeah.
super fucking fast, like Jesus Christ. And the songs are like 12 minutes long. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like, how do you do that on stage?
Just get up there
God
and
damn.
we're like, well, I guess we're doing this.
Yeah, just hopefully nobody notices all the little things you all the little slips you have.
I think like the little mess ups, I don't think anybody except for the band is gonna
Don't
notice.
care.
Yeah.
I've never heard one on like in like going to all the shows I've gone to, like I don't even really hear the mistakes. The only time I really hear the mistakes is if I know who's playing, I know their songs, like, and I can see it in their eyes that they messed up. Like, I'll see like, you know, Dan on stage or like Attila playing drums, and I could hear it mess up in the song. I know the you know, like the Cytera and the Argonaut song so well.
Right.
I'll hear like Attila miss a hit, and I'll just see it on his face, like I'll hear him, like see him breathe in like on stage. He's like, fuck. But he just keeps going. Like, it's more noticeable in practice.
Right.
But
Yeah, because you get to be even closer then.
oh yeah, I'm standing like right there, either taking a video or like just standing there watching him play. But
Man, a sad dad. When we were playing Blood and Steel, I went to switch to my lead channel,
Yeah.
and I accidentally hit the button to switch to my clean channel.
Oh no.
And so like the solo started, and I'm like, switch to clean channel. I was like, fuck. So I was trying to switch back. I got lost, and then like halfway to the solo, I like found my spot again. And, like after I'm ringing the last note, I just shrug. I'm like, what are you gonna do?
I could not tell.
We're on the other side of the stage.
Yeah.
Good.
I just didn't try to switch to my lead channel for the rest of the show. I was like, I'm just gonna play it on my rhythm channel.
Let's play it safe. Don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
Are they right next to each other or something?
Yeah.
Maybe you should
I can't.
Oh.
It's like what I'm using, like it's like the size of like a lunchbox, like the
It's
amp
just
I'm
small.
using, or it's not really. Yeah, it's like it's the Line 6 HX Stomp. It's like a pedal board like a small like stomp box version of the Helix. And the way I have it set up is like first button controls this, second button controls this, and then I have my tuner button on the third one. So not really able to make it like a 1 and 3 and have the tuner in the middle.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Let's just rig some mechanical system up where it's like pedals that are external that push the button for you. It'll be
have
further apart.
About that before actually. Like
Yeah.
I like press this one and like it doesn't even like it just presses down on the button for me.
Yeah, it's like a Rune Goldberg machine. It just goes like and does all these crazy things on stage and then pushes the button when the solo hits.
Yeah.
I just looked at it more as like it goes like over the button part of the stomp, and it like works like kind of like a piano. Like you press this and like it brings like an arm down or something and clicks the button. But like I mean I just got to get better. Like I was wearing flip-flops during that show, so that was like really weird for hitting the buttons. I can't really feel very well with flip-flops. Like shoes, like it's fine, but
yeah, you should wear shoes on stage.
I was trying to go with like the summer vibe.
Probably smart.
Yeah, never doing that again. Like I
never doing that again.
Oh, dude. I mean, I probably will, but like,
probably nice, dude.
Not anytime soon. Like, because I walked over to. That's a good idea. I walked over to like the middle of the stage, and like a cable got like caught between my foot and the flop, so I just like kicked it off, kicked the other one off, and just did like 2 songs without my fucking flip flops on. I was just like completely barefoot.
That's nice. Just like acoustically bound to the stage.
Just feel it.
Yeah.
Really feel the rhythm.
Yeah. Feel the music.
That's how to do it, man. But yeah, man, you could wear Crocs like Luis.
I think Wade
wear Crocs too.
I think he wore some Crocs. Wait, Maya didn't play it. There was a show I could have swore I saw Wade wearing Crocs too. I can't remember what, or he might have just worn them.
That was the Rebel Lounge show.
Oh,
that was the EP release show.
Yeah.
I think I was there actually.
The EP release.
You were, yeah. You and your brother. I got really drunk with you guys.
I think I was there. Yeah,
my brother was there. Your brother bought me a few beers. I think I had like.
Who brought the moonshine? Did we ever figure out who brought the moon, the lightning?
I think that was.
It wasn't me.
No, I think it was Nate's like brother, like Danny, not Danny from Broken Eclipse.
Mm-hmm. I know what you're talking about. So remember like drinking it and like having an asthma attack,
bro. I like
I couldn't breathe in air, like it burned.
I smelled it and I was like, oh my. That's literally smelled like straight rubbing alcohol. I was like, no.
You have to proof it, man. I actually distill, and you got to proof that shit out. Like I don't give anything out that's above like 100 to 110. Like I do not give that shit out because people don't know how to drink it right. If it's above 110, like you got to be real careful when you're drinking that shit, right. And you shouldn't drink anything over like 130. That's not good. Like that's starting to fuck your system up. Like 120 is like the highest I'll go personally. Like, and that's just to taste it. I don't fucking get drunk on 120. Like that's 120.
What do you taste in 120?
Depends how you make it. I mean, it depends what you use to make the alcohol.
Like rubbing alcohol at that point, though.
I don't know. It depends how many times you run it through the still.
Mm-hmm.
I personally can't taste anything if you run it twice. The flavor is pretty much lost to me at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to do just one run. I want to try to perfect a recipe where you just run it once.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the alcohol content you want and all the flavors you want in one go. Because if you run it again, you're stripping more flavor out.
Yeah.
You know. So I want to try to use the right grain. I want to use corn, barley, and honey. I want to try to use honey, and because you have to put sugar in there a little bit to kind of boost the alcohol content. But I want to try to substitute it with honey to see if I can get a little bit of flavor with it.
Let me know when you feel like you've perfected that recipe. I would be, or even if you want to like.
Yeah, me and my dad are kind of trying some stuff out. So when I have some down, we can try it out and check it out a little bit.
Whenever you need a test dummy, let me know.
That's good. That's good. But
I bet I could talk Ian into it as well.
Oh, there's a lot of people willing to try it.
Shit, dude, sounds like you just need to have a party then.
Yeah,
man, it sounds like a violent
party.
The last stuff we made, was mostly corn, and when you drank it, it just straight up tasted like corn, like the corn tortilla or like popcorn. You know, that warm kind of corn flavor, like kind of sweet, kind of like just
corny,
rich, just rich kind of flavor. It's so good. It's just fucking clear as hell, you know, no bubbles, nothing, just 110 proof.
Nice.
Like really good.
Occasionally I like to get the 110 proof Captain Morgan.
Yeah,
I don't drink it straight though. The only Captain I do like to drink straight is the private stock, just because it's so fucking good and sweet.
Yeah.
The rest of them I put some like Dr. Pepper or some shit in it.
I usually go for whiskeys. I like whiskey, but I usually go for Bullet bourbon. It's like my regular whiskey drink.
This one that Ian introduced me to, it's a peach bourbon whiskey. It's like what it says on the bottle.
That
Bourbon.
I've had that one.
One.
What's the brand?
Fuck.
I don't know. Ian's just giving it to me.
Damn. I'll
I'll have to text him. Yeah. Maybe he'll tell me. I don't know. It's like, Ian, hey, they told me about this peach bourbon.
After we're done here, I'm gonna go over there. So I'll get a picture of it and I'll send it to you.
It's sweet.
It's so good, dude. It has the perfect amount of peach. It's not too much. It's not too little. Like aftertaste is nice and good. It's like when you're drinking it, it's very smooth. Like
nice.
I actually created a group chat a while ago for Emilio, Ian, and Kyler. Called I just named it Peach Bourbon Whiskey because it was so good.
Yeah.
Nice. In honor of the bourbon, let's name this chat.
It works.
That's good. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't really mess with flavored whiskeys, but I'll try it out. But I just like the corn kind of flavors. Anything that's bourbon, I guess technically it has to be like 51% corn at least. Anything more can be like, you can call that bourbon too, I guess. But that's like the cutoff. Anything less than 51% corn isn't bourbon.
Right.
Like there's other requirements that get more and more specific, but that's the big one. Bourbon has to be corn. Because that's like Kentucky, you know. The Kentucky bourbon. Some people say you have to use Kentucky lime water, like limestone water, filtered, you know, in the Kentucky mountains, or not mountains, but riverbeds. I don't know. It gets really crazy. I don't know what the requirements are though.
I'm sure Google knows.
Like what is it before it's false advertising? You know, could you just like make a straight up vodka and just say, "Oh, it's bourbon, clear bourbon"?
You say it, don't mean people are gonna buy it.
I don't know, like
special silver bourbon.
Because you can't sell chocolate and call it gum. Wouldn't it be like false advertising?
Chocolate flavored gum. I feel like that would be like just the texture of the gum tasting like chocolate.
That's just a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. Chocolate gum is just a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah.
I love Tootsie Rolls. Dude, I love Tootsie Pops. And
dude, how many licks does it take, man? Do you know?
Dude, fucking 1, 2, 3 crunch.
Close. Pretty close.
Yeah, something like that. There's at least a few.
I don't know. I usually just skip the Tootsie Pops. I like the Tootsie Rolls. I don't have to get the sucker part. I could just go straight to the center. It's not, they don't encase it in candy. I think that's kind of inconvenient.
I love them both. Like, sometimes I'm like, nah, I just want a Tootsie Roll, but other times I'm like, nah, dude, Tootsie Pop sounds fucking fantastic.
I just don't like the hard candies. I don't know. I don't like Jolly Ranchers and shit either.
I love Jolly Ranchers.
I just like to, I'm impatient. So I just crunch and like it's stuck to my teeth and like I feel like it's ripping my teeth out and it's not good.
Let
I
me
like
see that Tootsie Roll.
I like the Tootsie Pops and like the Jolly Ranchers and like similar like to that because like you can suck on it for a little bit and then like once you're like, all right, I'm done with this, like you can just start crunching it, you know. But like shit like Jawbreakers, dude, like you have to just fucking lick those things.
Gobstoppers, like the Wonka ones,
Those are deadly.
You can chomp those. They're not.
Oh, I mean like the like the real like Jawbreakers that like you
break your jaw.
Like the candy shop, like at
harder than your
they used to be like, you know, like fucking like almost baseball size.
Oh yeah, dude, you could get the giant ones. I mean, you can still
ones.
get those at candy stores. Like, there's still candy stores at the malls that sell shit like that.
No, that's just like the first one I thought about because that's the only one that I've bought those from.
Yeah,
so
they suck, dude.
You know what's rad about Tootsie Rolls is like there's a size for whatever craving you want.
Oh yeah,
like there's the small little ones, there's the bigger rolled ones, actually. And then there's the thick, like square ones.
Where's the baseball sized ones?
Like,
I need one.
Bro, you know what?
I need a baseball sized Tootsie Roll, dude.
A little big Tootsie Roll.
Damn, dude. You know what? I really like the Three Musketeers. It's like a marshmallow fucking Tootsie Roll.
Three Musketeers is good. That nougat.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know.
It's good though.
I don't know. I don't care, but man, I love me some Three Musketeers. Nerds also. I really like Nerds, dude. Especially like the little box ones that you get at Halloween, dude. I just pop those. I just do it like a shot.
It's a shot. It's a shot of candy. It's perfect.
Sour Patch Kids.
I never.
Sour Patch Kids are the best.
I'll eat them, but I don't really.
My favorite gummy candy. That's like the one I'll go for. Those and the watermelon ones.
Dude, the watermelons are great, man.
But I like the original. Or actually, they have some that say extreme sour on them.
Yeah,
those are the best.
You're just throwing a bunch of them and a bunch of booze.
I love the suckers that are like coated in the chili powder.
Sour vodka.
Oof,
nice.
It's deadly.
That's awesome. We need some Sour Patch Kids beer.
I know.
Do it, bro.
There's a lot of booze talk.
Dude,
I quit drinking a little bit ago. And we're just talking about booze.
Oh no.
Bringing back flashbacks.
Peer pressure.
You should use some Sour Patch Kids for your distiller.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Maybe, dude. Experiment. Maybe you can make $1 million off that.
$1 million?
Dude, alcohol is expensive.
Dude, $1 million is unreal to me. That number is like
such
myth.
Good,
man. If you come up with a recipe that's good enough, you're killing. People will buy it, man.
Yeah, I know. It's just like if I say the word Sour Patch Kids, I'm gonna have a lawsuit.
You can call it something else. Just be like
sour whiskey,
sour children flavored.
Sour flavored. No. All right, let's keep brainstorming on that.
You probably wouldn't want to do like something that's like a whiskey. You'd probably want to do something that's like kind of like a cider for that. You know what I mean? Like not exactly a cider, but like Mike's Hard lemonade type deal.
Sour candy apple or some shit like that.
Some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
sour fruit snacks.
People will buy it, man.
Just say fruit snack.
It also sounds like an incredibly terrible hangover.
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't stop people from buying those sugary ass fucking drinks.
Dude, Angry Orchards, I love those, especially with a meal.
Oh yeah, dude.
Those shine. And I've gotten drunk off those a few times.
Dude,
and they're rough.
Oh yeah.
They're rough.
Oh yeah.
Try to stick to beer when I can.
You get a hell of a hangover with those.
Yeah.
It's just juice.
Yeah.
Every time I've ever like thrown up from being like drunk and hungover is anytime I drink like any fucking like whiskey, rum, or Jaeger, but like lots of it, not just like
sugar.
Like ass shot, like I'm not gonna do. But if I like pound a bottle like while I'm drinking beer, dude, I'm just gonna be puking. Oh my god. Oh man, I don't even know.
You know, corn is like all sugar. So whiskey is like most, or bourbon specifically is mostly like corn. But like, you make the alcohol with sugar. So
Right.
it's like all the flavor is the sugar in there. So it's like any rum is made with molasses even. So even more sugar in rum.
I know.
mean,
I
All that
like
shit
rum.
is just sugar. So if
I
you're
like
drinking like a
rum.
bunch of whiskey, you're gonna have a fucking hell of a hangover.
It ain't gonna stop me from drinking it. It's just
It
gonna.
tastes so good.
Yeah.
Dude, it pissed
So
me off. The other day I was listening to Joe Rogan and he said that, oh, like whiskey doesn't have good flavor. It doesn't taste good. Like I drink it because it's fucking nice. It's just nice, but it doesn't taste good. And it just for some
That's
reason
just-
that pissed me right the fuck
Bro,
off.
He's a poser, dude.
Dude,
that sounds-
sometimes.
bro.
He picks things that he just like attaches himself to,
Like cigars.
like cigars and whiskey. I hear him talk about both of those things, and I'm like, oh, you fucking
He knows
idiot.
nothing about them.
He knows nothing about them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Bugs me. Like, you might as well learn a little bit. Come on.
How can you say
You don't
like,
know what Maduro means?
What
the fuck?
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense to me. You can refer to something like, oh, it's just nice. It doesn't taste good, but it's nice. Like that. Like, why are you drinking it then?
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't
if you
drink-
like the taste.
If I don't like a beer or a whiskey or this, that, and the other, like, I'm not gonna drink it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
drink the shit I like. I'll try new stuff and I'll be like, nah, it ain't for me, bro.
Yeah.
Or I'll fucking love it and I'll like drink the whole bottle with you.
Perfect.
I feel like when you break a certain tax bracket, you just have to drink whiskey.
Yeah, sure.
When like that I feel like it's for him. That's what it came from. He was
You
like,
have to.
I better get something in my hand. I look weird here.
Shit, I gotta start whiskey now.
Yeah.
I'm too rich, too fucking wealthy. I can't not.
You can't just drink beer.
Yeah. I can't just smoke
I
weed.
can't drink
I have to have a
Coors Light
cigar.
anymore, man.
Make too much money for just weed.
Bro, we should get some cigars today, actually.
Dude, I was
Speaking
about
of-
to go buy one after this.
Magnum's is right down the street.
Really? I'm going right now.
Magnum's is cool. They got a big selection. They got a huge humidor in there. You can smoke them there too.
Just kick
They have a
ass.
whiskey bar. You can like chill in there, get a whiskey, get some beers, get a fucking cigar. It's pretty cool.
Badass.
That's a good place.
No, I'm going.
It's too close to me. I'm always tempted to go spend money there.
Do it.
I had a cigar
Fucking
shop
do it.
right next to my house, and I would just go there. Like, I'd be going to, like, the gas station.
Yeah,
I'd
man.
be like, oh, fuck.
The last place I lived, there was a cigar shop right next to my house too.
Yeah.
So it's like everywhere I go, I'm like
They-
moving right next.
They
to
add
cigar
up,
place.
dude. I remember during COVID when me and my buddy were smoking a lot of cigars, man. We spent like $1,000 on cigars in like 2 months.
It's easy.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
When I was in the Navy, that's when I got a taste for it. Because
Mhm.
I was in Southern Maryland, not doing shit, and I would just get off work and like just go to the smoke pit. It was usually a gazebo in the courtyard. There's like 3 different gazebos because it's a big ass courtyard.
Right.
And then one of them was always like, the main one where everybody went to. And I would just go out there and smoke a cigar whenever I got off work, and damn, they add up. But I would work nights, so I'd get off at like 7 a.m.
Oof.
And then I would just drive to Wawa, get a coffee, big ass large
A
coffee.
cigar and a coffee?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
so good, dude.
That is good.
Huge giant like black coffee, just like the fucking most robust roast I could find, the most flavorful like black coffee I could find, and then smoke like a really light cigar.
Yeah,
And
light
with
cigars
it.
and coffees are really good.
It's really good. I tried to smoke like a really dark like Maduro,
Doesn't work.
fucking double, triple Maduro, some crazy shit, and then with a coffee,
No,
and it was
you
like
need-
too spicy.
You need a
It's like the
Connecticut.
coffee was like burning my throat as I was smoking. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this
You-
is way too much.
You need a Connecticut for coffee.
Yeah, you need a Connecticut for
Yeah.
sure. They're way better with coffee. The Maduro cigars are more for like a dinner, like a
Mhm.
dessert kind of cigar. You could have it with like some whiskey or something sweeter.
A beer,
hmm
wine.
There was,
Garden wine is very good. Like a dry red.
I haven't tried a lot of that. I haven't paired a lot of
A
those
dry
together.
red is really good.
I like dry wines though, so that works
Yeah.
for me. Drier the better. I want to feel like I need a drink of water after each sip.
I know.
Perfect. So When like what kind of cigars do you smoke? Do you have any brands?
Yeah, my favorite band is probably Avo.
Avo.
Yeah, Avo is super sick.
Good, dude.
It's it was actually named after this Cuban jazz musician, and he's a great pianist, great composer, and his music is very unique. His name's Avu Uvizian because um he studied music in Moscow, so his music has that traditional jazz, I mean traditional Cuban like jazz, you know what I mean, very rhythmic beats, but it has that Slavic swing, which is super cool
What?
and interesting. Yeah.
Dude, I gotta look it up
So
now.
it has like that cool waltz to it, but it's very groovy. Like it's super sick.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
really cool.
I like those cigars too. I didn't know they were named for a musician.
Yeah, no, those are great. They're great cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot where I was, but they were doing like I think I was at the old cigar shop that I used to live by, but there was like an Avo like promotion going on when I was there once. We got like a discount on some cigars. There were like some samples and like so
Well,
we
it's a
sat there.
cheaper
It was like me and
cigar
my dad.
for. It's not very popular, so it's a cheaper cigar for what it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't know that was a musician. I want to try that out because I've been listening to a lot of jazz and stuff lately.
Yeah, I
But
think like it came from like it comes from the Davidoff factory. I think he would
oh,
smoke Davidoffs, so they made like a line for him
okay,
because he would smoke like every time he played.
yeah,
Yeah,
jazz and cigars.
it's match
That makes
made in
sense.
heaven. Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's right there on your piano.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, just have an ashtray on the piano.
yeah,
Fuck
The
yeah.
big fat ones, black glossy.
and you can just let a cigar sit there for 20 minutes, just bust out, and they're
Yeah.
still there for you. You know.
Yeah, unless they roll them too tight. Sometimes a tight cigar will go out on you.
Well, that's the Avos. They're really well. I don't really have
Yeah,
any
it's-
plugged up ones or anything.
Man, it's hard to find a really good rolled cigar. Like
Yeah.
some of the bigger brands, like I don't know. I feel like maybe they get sloppy.
Yeah, I
but-
have that problem with like Romeo and Julietas. Like I really
Mm.
like them. I really like the flavor and everything.
That's definitely a bigger brand.
But like sometimes I get some that are plugged up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like now every time I buy one, I roll them out. Like I have to check to make sure if they have anything.
Yeah, I had that problem with Gurkhas for a
Yeah,
while.
Gurkhas.
Gurkhas I had so many misrolls from Gurkhas. I don't even buy them anymore. Like I can find cigars that are comparable. I don't need Gurkhas. Like I'd rather buy a Cohiba.
Cohibas are good.
Cohibas are always solid. Rocky Patel's always solid.
Oh, what do you like, the 99s?
I like the 90,
90s?
90 and 92. Those are like my
Those
favorites.
are really good.
But I like those. I like the Camachos, dude.
Watches are cool.
Camachos are fucking sweet.
Those are sweet.
The flavors are so different. Like you can tell the cigars from each other. Like the flavors of like each one are way different from each
Do you
other.
like
So
Ashtons?
Ashtons are good. They're expensive.
Those are expensive.
Ashton VSGs. They're like that's like the cream of the crop.
Yeah,
from Ashton.
I bought my
They're so
buddy
good.
when my buddy was moving to Austin. I bought him one of those as a going away gift, and like
Yeah,
yeah,
that shit's awesome. I actually I think it's the Caesar's Palace in Vegas. They have a cigar lounge in there, and I think that it's Ashton is like their main sponsor or whatever. But I remember going in there and getting like a handful of cigars there and just sitting down. Me and my dad were sitting there, and my brother and my mom were off. They were playing games like slots or whatever. Me and my dad were sitting there, and we got like some drinks. It was, I forgot what it's called, but it was like their version of an old fashioned, like whiskey, some bitters, like a orange and cherry. And but it was weird because what they did is they had this little device. It looked like a torch lighter, but they put oak cubes in the handle, and then it smoked the oak cubes. It heated up the oak cubes and pushed smoke out the barrel. And so they put smoke in the glass and filled it up with smoke to where it was like it looked like milk. And then they put a coaster on it and like served it like that. So they brought out 2 of those, like with smoke trapped in the glass, like oak smoke.
it's pretty badass.
They brought it out like that. So when you pull it off, you like breathe in the smoke. You like, inhale a bunch of like oak. It just smells so smoky. Then you take a sip of the sweet, like old fashioned.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
pretty
fucking good.
badass.
While you're smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
You just seem so fancy. Like I should have had a suit on.
Yeah, too bougie.
So awesome. I need to go back there for sure.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, man. Cigars. What a great hobby.
Oh yeah, it's really
Great
nice.
hobby to go bankrupt.
Yeah, it's time and money.
Yeah, it's kind of like music.
Yeah.
Buying music equipment.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Buying music equipment is always like never ending too. Like you're like,
yeah.
fuck, I need that too.
Every time. Yeah, it's same thing with this podcast, man.
Yeah.
I keep looking at microphones. Like, well, there's certain microphones I really, really want, and it's the ones everybody wants.
I started looking on OfferUp. Like, I won't buy anything unless it's a steal or a bargain now.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'm gonna find SM7Bs at a bargain.
Yeah, probably not.
Those are like the standard right now.
Mm-hmm.
But goddamn, they're the standard for a reason. They definitely sound the best for just talking into a microphone. They only pick up what you want them to.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I want. These ones pick up everything behind them and more.
Nice.
Like yours specifically. Mine, the polar pattern's a little different. It's just pointing right at me. Your guys is just pointing at, like, to my left and to my right and at your mouth. You know, the back end is picking up everything too. But that's why I got these sheets. Yours is pointing at that sheet. Yours is pointing at that sheet.
Nice.
Pretty solid. I think I got most of the echoes out. We did the sound test. It sounded really good.
You sound better than the other episode.
Oh yeah, the other episode.
Yeah, the one we don't talk about.
The secret episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might release that in some years. Who knows? Sounded like shit. We just recorded the ceiling for 2 hours.
Yeah.
God damn. That was bad.
That was bad.
Kyler knows about that.
Yeah, I know.
He asked me, he's like, hey, when am I going to hear that episode?
So, dude, he's so hyped for this one. Like,
dude, that makes me so happy.
He's like on edge.
I'm so glad. I like to hear when other people want these episodes to come out.
Yeah.
It like kind of lights a fire under my ass. I'm like, fuck. Well, now I have an obligation to my fans. I got to get these episodes out. People want to hear this shit. It's like, it's cool to me, but at the same time, it's like, oh no, they better be good. That's why I couldn't release that last one. It just sounded like shit. It's like, man, I can't in good conscience release this episode that sounds like it was in a bathroom.
Yeah.
People are going to listen to it and be like, oh.
Listen to like first minute, but like, nope.
Where did they record this? It's like, shit. We were in a glass box the whole time. Just, you can tell.
We were in a movie theater, actually.
Yeah, it was a movie theater.
Yeah.
It was the ceiling of the movie theater.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I had to set up these mic stands. I didn't want to do that in the movie theater because they'd fucking kick me out again, probably. But,
only if caught, but
yeah, well,
I mean, we were watching Independence Day, right?
Yeah,
we were watching a movie. Yeah. It's just so dumb that that's the rule. Like, oh, if you're not watching a movie, you can't be in here.
Yeah.
Like, well, what?
Like, bitch, we're watching Independence Day.
Yeah, you got to ask Nate about that. He witnessed all of that. He was like sitting there quietly, like, oh shit. I was like getting into it with the guy in the apartment. I was getting so fucking mad. I was like, so I can't record here. So what if I watched a movie and, you know, like I can watch a movie here for 3 hours. And if somebody came in, they can't use it. He's like, yeah. It's like, what if I come in here and do something for 3 hours, which is the time a movie is, and somebody can't use it? Is that okay? He's like, well, were you watching a movie? It's like, I was doing something that takes the same time as a movie would. You know, I was like trying to like fight with this dude. Mm-hmm. He told me to pack up and leave.
Next time we should
all right.
We should try to set up in there and just same thing like we did last time. Just have a movie playing in the background. Like,
yeah,
we're like, yeah, we're watching a movie. We're doing commentary on it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen movie Science Theater 3000?
Exactly.
Yeah, they just fucking make fun of these movies. That's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
We'll record the whole argument.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
Try to get a mic pointed at him.
Just have one like hidden like in between the seats.
Hey man, do you mind talking to this? You know.
Can you talk into the mic, please?
Hey, wait. All right, say something.
All right, that's good. That's good.
All right, now what were we saying?
I want to get this on tape.
Yeah.
To make sure everyone knows what's going on here. It's like they can witness your NPC bullshit.
Yeah.
Like,
is it me or is like the NPC like is that like a newer like slang that's been going around?
It's like I think it started with like my generation, maybe a little earlier.
Really?
Whereas like, well, it's video games.
I know, but I feel like that skipped my generation.
What do you
like
mean?
calling someone an NPC or something?
Well, how old are you?
I am going to turn 25 this month.
Okay, I'm 30.
Yeah.
And my brother's 32.
And you guys say NPC?
Yeah. It's just a behavior. It's just an easy way to describe it.
No, I know. You see, like, dude, that guy's like an NPC. This person.
Everyone my age knows what I mean.
Totally get it, and I know what you mean too. But like,
that's how slang works.
But like, I know, but like, you like, it seems like it's like slang for your, like it's a popular slang in like your age group. And then in mine, it wasn't really that. On ours, it wasn't really popular, was it?
No, I think it got.
But like in the younger ones, like my brother's like 18 and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like in Eternal, we have a couple 18-year-olds. Like they say NPC all the times too. And I'm like, and I totally get it.
It's so weird, man.
For them, like it's like, no, he's an NPC. This guy's totally an NPC. This guy's an NPC. Like, I'm like, no, this isn't just a funny joke. This was like a brand of person.
Oh well, for
like,
me,
you know
for,
what I mean?
for
like,
me, it takes an extreme amount of NPC-ness. Really, for me to use
they were like
that term.
They were
like,
into it. They're like, yeah, he's an NPC. This guy though, he's a NPC, but he's a side quest guy. You know what I mean?
What the fuck?
Yeah, like,
that might be a little.
I was like, whoa,
that's
man.
Unique. I think that's unique.
Yeah,
I think you're taking that to another level. That might be an inner circle kind of joke. That's funny though. I like that. Yeah. He's an NPC, but a side quest guy. That's good. Yeah, this guy Oscar at the apartment here, he's an NPC just through and through. He just says the same things.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't give you side quests. He's just
he's there.
Welcome to apartment.
Yeah.
And then you click leave.
Oh, he's like the Skyrim guards, bro.
Yeah, exactly, dude. He just says the same shit to you. If you break the rules, he's like, pay with your blood. Like that's it. That's the extent of his conversation.
For the movie theater thing is like, I'm going to need to ask you to stop that shouting.
Yeah.
Making people nervous.
Shouting. That podcasting. You're making people nervous.
Exactly, bro. Damn.
Dude, Skyrim is incredible, man.
It's incredible when it came out. And then they
different times.
They milked it.
Yeah, they
milked it and milked it. Then it produced a lot of milk.
Same with GTA 5, bro.
You're still getting milk from it, man.
It's still dripping. It's still coming out.
Man.
I think the modding community really helped too.
Oh, dude,
all the
they
mods.
like made a new game.
Yeah, dude.
You just play like an extended version of Skyrim.
I can't play vanilla Skyrim anymore.
Yeah,
I can't play the original.
Bro, even like on console, they have like the mod store.
Yeah,
like
yeah, of course they do. They wanted to profit off of that shit.
Yeah, dude.
You fucking fight Godzilla.
It's not the same It's not the same mods.
I know, but
PC mods. The modding community is like totally free on PC. You can find a lot of free ones anyways that do crazy shit.
Right.
A lot of the best ones are free.
I just think it's crazy that they're like trying to like they're incorporating that kind of shit like in like at least the start of it like with console by doing that on Skyrim. Like in the main menu that you can go down and it'll be like literally like, you just like go like you click like mod whatever
like
and,
finally
you just, like go look at different mods and shit that you want to add.
Jesus Christ, like why not open up the development for the community? Like they've been like what the hell? Like Valve has been doing this for a long time, you know, with like Gary's mod. Do you remember Gary's mod? Have you heard of like Half-Life? Like Star Trek or not Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike and Half-Life and Gary's mod. They're all made by Valve. And Gary's mod was literally a game that a modder, like I think one of their developers made it to where it was like a sandbox mode to where you can open up a menu and you have a gun that's a tool. You can move things where you want and freeze them and glue them and weld them together. And they made a physics simulator, but within the engine of Counter-Strike. kind of,
Ooh.
you know? So it was like, you can just create a model, like, oh, make a ragdoll of scientist one, you know? And there's like lists of hundreds and thousands of items that you could make. And they opened it like open source code. Modders, do your worst. So they could add models and shit. You could find anything you want for Gary's mod.
That's badass.
People make custom weapons, custom physics, even custom maps, characters, all sorts of crazy shit. You could add like Nickelodeon characters,
That's fucking
you know,
sick.
like fucking Cartoon Network and shit.
Yeah.
John Cena is probably on Gary's mod somewhere.
Man,
like,
I saw a video on Elden Ring that like when you first like get to like the lands between the very first boss is a tree sentinel, and somebody modded it to where the horse was Donkey and the dude on top was Shrek, and he literally says, "What are you doing in my swamp?" And he like just fighting this fucking guy. It's fucking badass.
damn.
Dude, Shrek, it should just be an Elden Ring villain,
That'd be
Yeah.
fucking
an
dope.
Elden Ring boss.
I think they need to catch up with the generation that grew up with Shrek. They need to make like an adult,
Have you
Sort
seen
of like a
Shrek
more-
Retold?
a what?
Have you seen Shrek Retold?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh shit.
Bro, they should make a Shrek game that's like similar to how Simpsons Hit and Run was.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that would be good.
That would be fucking sick.
But more,
dude. Just,
but
like
closer to GTA.
rolling through like what was it? Duloc, rolling through Duloc, just fucking like beating the shit out of people, like taking their horses
Yeah,
and
dude.
carriages and shit.
You can like swing Donkey by the back legs, just
Dude,
knock people
Oh,
off.
man.
that'd be sick.
You should definitely check
Crazy
out
shit.
Shrek Retold though. So
Yeah.
like, the movie is a bunch of super fans, and every
Shout out
like,
to Fabio for showing us
yeah,
Shrek
thank
Retold.
you, Fabio. I
Yeah,
love the man.
the Shrek super fan.
So it's a Shrek.
Dude.
It's a bunch of super fans.
One second.
What?
Just 1 second, please.
What is it?
All right, so dude, we were chilling at Ian's one time, bro, and Fabio was like, "Hey, you guys want to watch Shrek?" And like, I think everybody was like, I mean, if everybody's down, cool. And then Fabio went out to his truck, dude, and he brought back, dude. He has this, like the DVD fucking bundle, like it has Shrek 1 through 3 or 4, and then like bonus features. Like he just had that shit on hand in his truck, dude. That man is the biggest Shrek fan I've ever met, dude. It's fucking awesome.
He had Shrek in his car. The last time I was in his car, like a month ago.
Really,
He had Shrek. Yeah.
dude. That's
Like
fucking
At the
sick.
Nile, he had Shrek in his car.
That's fucking dope.
I know.
That's awesome.
Like he showed us like they have this limited edition like you remember those TVs that have like the DVD VHS combo?
Oh yeah,
It's one of those, but it's like Shrek's head. Like
That's
Fabio wants
rad.
to get one of those.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead with the Shrek Retold. I didn't mean to go.
No, no worries, man.
What is Shrek Retold?
So it's a bunch of like super fans, semi-pro, like video, like producers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Directors.
sure.
So they retell Shrek and in like 15-second or 15-second to like a minute long.
Just like however long the scene is.
Yeah, however long the scene is. So every scene is a different type of animation. Some scenes are live action. Some scenes are like claymation. Some scenes are like, you know what I mean?
Jesus.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have the Bob Burgers animation.
Are
you
they
could
in
have-
order?
They could be like M&M's. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the whole.
all in order. So it's the exact same movie, but it's just in all different animations.
Is this on YouTube or
Yeah,
something?
you just go on YouTube. Like, there's a synthwave song, like, as one of the scenes.
What the fuck, dude? I wanna look this up
it's
now.
so
Holy
sick,
shit.
dude. It's
That's
wild.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So it's like total creative freedom.
It's creative
What, they
freedom.
just signed up for a scene?
Yeah,
Like,
you
they
just
each
signed
have
up
their
for a
own
scene, and they're like, all right, you get this scene here.
And 100% do whatever you want.
And do whatever.
Yeah.
And some parts just get so fucking weird.
And then it just goes back to the normal plot.
Yeah, man. Like,
It's all like the same plot, but
me and Ian and Fob were watching it one night, and like Ian, this was when Nate was still on CTD, and he came in, and he was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" Like, it was like an unnerving like scene. Like, it was an unnerving animation, and he was just like,
Whoa.
"What is going on here?" Like,
And you're all glued to the screen, like,
and then the next scene was like them as like M&Ms or something. You know what I mean? Like, he was, whoa, like.
Have you guys seen Love, Death, Robots?
Yes,
No,
I love
I
that
have
I'm like
show.
in the middle of watching that with
Really?
Mars right now.
There's,
Yeah.
I skip around on it, but like there's some killer episodes on it.
Yeah, man. We were just watching it from the start because I saw season 3 came out recently, and I was just been watching it from the start. And I saw one of the scenes was Eric Foreman from that '70s show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like him and like a roommate, and they open their freezer, and there's like a ancient civilization in the freezer, like a little tiny civilization,
Yeah.
and they're all moving super fast. They're like, "Whoa, what the fuck? There's like a civilization in here." They're just watching it grow. It goes through like the Industrial Revolution, and it starts getting bigger and bigger. And they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And they're just like watching this shit. They watch them go to war, like do all this crazy shit. But
Damn, I'm gonna have to check that out.
yeah, that show's really
That
interesting.
show's rad.
It's like a Netflix original.
I've seen it like scrolling through, and I was like, nah, I'll check something else
I heard
out.
that it was just a collection of short stories, but honestly, like the title kind of threw me off. But
Yeah,
like, it seemed like it was like cutesy or maybe like too cheesy,
Every
too
episode
like commercial or whatever.
which is cool.
But yeah, it's different and like I don't know, it's pretty cool. Like I think it was like the first episode or something. It's like these 3 robots, and they're all like walking through an apocalyptic city, and they're all like just talking shit to each other, just like cussing and fucking like, "Oh, do it, pussy, fucking do it," like just like crazy dialogue. Like, whoa, this is like a Pixar animation, and they're all like cussing at each other. Like, it's wild. It's just so weird, but it's definitely worth checking out. That Shrek thing just reminded me of that.
Oh, no, it's
like,
in
all
some
the
ways
shorts,
a little bit like that.
the short stories like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh man, that's another one that's kind of like that.
I'll have to check it out.
A Netflix original. It's like a bunch of westerns, but they're so out there. It's like westerns that don't make sense. Like they're not realistic, but it's like 5 or 6 short stories, and like they're pretty extreme stories. One of them would be like totally crazy and like funny. Another one will be like the saddest shit you've seen in your life. Like it's an intense movie. Like it's really weird, but it's pretty good. It's a Coen Brothers movie, so
sounds pretty dope.
it's really interesting, like really creative.
That's
like
cool.
not like anything else.
Wow, that's rad.
But yeah, that one's cool too. I'm trying to think of any other stuff that's like short stories, but I don't know.
Black Mirror, I guess.
Black Mirror is pretty cool.
Black Mirror's sick.
That one's disgusting though. There's some episodes in there that like
Are just gross.
I don't like it. Like
Yeah.
some episodes like I would rather have skipped. I'm like, wow, I really shouldn't have seen this one.
It started off so good.
Yeah.
And it just got fucking gross.
Like how weird can we make these
Yeah.
episodes? Like how uncomfortable can this be? And like that's not why I watch things.
Sometimes.
I don't watch things to be uncomfortable. I want to escape reality. Reality is uncomfortable enough.
Do you have like your friends who just like
Good point.
watching gore videos and torture videos?
No, I don't have any friends like that. No.
Yeah, I have
No.
friends that like watching that shit.
I've never
Yeah,
gone out of my ways to watch any of that shit, but I have seen a few beheading videos.
I mean, yeah, I don't search them.
No, I just
If I'll see, sometimes I'll run across like a video, it's like a military operation or something, it's like guys shooting from a helicopter at like
I watched some of
squad or
those.
something of enemies or whatever, and it's like, yeah, that's about the most gore I'll get into as far as like videos go, like military combat footage.
I saw one where it was from the helicopter and they were shooting and like they like just fucking gunned the fuck out of them, and the guy was like, one of the guys was like, saw moving, hit him again, and sheer, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pretty fucking middle.
Well, you don't want to leave him out there to die all slow.
Right.
You want to make sure they're not bleeding out. Come on, gotta be merciful.
But I'm
Crazy.
talking like the most like
No, I don't.
fucked
No.
up shit.
I've seen some fucked up shit on the internet.
There's one called, you seen the Funky
I
Town
don't look
one?
for it. The what?
The Funky Town one?
No.
So it's one, yeah. So like Funky Town's playing in the background
Oh,
as the cartel like has this guy hooked up to like adrenaline and amphetamines to keep him alive, and like his hands are like hopped off, and they skinned his face, so his face is just off, and they're just like cutting him with box cutters and shit like that, like trying to keep him alive to torture him, and he's just screaming, like waving around his handless arms, just blood curdling screams
Sounds horrible.
as Funky Town's playing in the background. And then midway through, like Funky Town stops and like Sweet Child of Mine starts playing, and it is just,
That doesn't sound like a video I would look for.
like I remember seeing this and being like, "What?
No
the
thanks.
fuck?"
Yeah, that's probably what I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen some crazy shit, like, because I grew up in the era where internet was kind of like the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of regulations going on.
right.
And, yeah, I've ran across a site. It was like moid.org, moid.org. It doesn't exist anymore, obviously. But it was like a lot of videos like that.
yeah,
But it was just a big list of posts that were just text. And it would just tell you, like, they weren't even numbered. It was just a big giant list of links. And like the link would be named, like random name, like it would just be a random name, like .jpg or .mov or like, dot whatever,
yeah.
like txt. And like it would just be random files, and you click on a link and it would just open the file and you could view it, whatever it was. And sometimes it would just be like a huge block of posts. Somebody would post a block of like 30, and they would all just be like a serial number for each name.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, what's this? You just click down the numbers and it's like some crazy torture video. You're like, okay, I'm not clicking on any more of those. Go to the next block.
There was like
holy fucking shit.
There was a Reddit game where like you would click something and you either get like a picture of like a puppy or a baby, or just a fucking torture video.
God damn, that shit's crazy. Yeah, that shit. I don't know. That site got canceled. That site disappeared for sure. But that was like in the early days of like 4chan,
Ooh,
4chan, I'm pretty sure fed a lot of the shit to moid.org.
yeah.
It was almost like an image archive for 4chan. It's pretty bad. I quit going on that site too.
Yeah, I
That
had to
site's a
stop.
fucking cesspit.
I had to stop.
Site's gross. It was gross a long time ago. My friend in high school showed me that 4chan site.
I'm like, dude, you need to stop. I was like, dude, I need to stop. Like, my brain is just
evil
rotting.
fucking. There's a lot of evil there. A lot of people trying to be evil.
Yeah, it's
like,
a lot of
Jesus.
edgelords.
Edgelords. Yeah, that's what it is. I forgot the term.
Mm-hmm.
That term rings a bell. Trying to be the edgiest motherfucker in the world, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It's crazy to see that shit in the metal scene too.
Incel shit.
See a lot of that shit in the metal scene. Trying to be the edgiest. Yeah, gross. So, how's Kyler warming up to Condemned, being the front man and all that?
Well, he can walk again.
Yeah,
There's that.
that's good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that happened like right when he started, huh?
Yeah,
right after. Yeah.
He got stabbed by Sam Adams.
Sam Adams stabbed him.
Stabbed him.
In the fucking foot. Yeah, he's been. He's. Oh.
All right, we're gonna stop for a second, just
All right.
real quick. All right, we're back, and so I heard Kyler's walking again.
Mm-hmm.
He got stabbed by
Samuel Adams.
Samuel Adams.
Samuel Adams.
Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, he's working again. He's doing good. He's been doing a lot of writing lyrics for the album.
Awesome. So you got how many? You guys got a new album you're working on?
Yep.
It's gonna be
Full LP.
8 songs.
8 songs. Hell yeah, that's dope.
Fuck
They're
yeah.
all written out, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just
All
trying to
music's
get-
written, just getting lyrics done.
Nice.
All we need, and then
Dude.
actually just need to get in the studio to record it.
Do you ever have Kyler like lead with vocals and like lead with lyrics to write a song, or is it usually like
They're more
guitars
riff.
first?
They're more riff based.
Yeah.
Okay.
Write the music first. Like Like we could try that, but I don't know. I feel
I'm just asking, like, has Kyler ever come to you guys with
Not yet.
with like an idea for a melody or something like that, or a rhythm or anything?
We had a bunch of songs already ready before Kyler kind of joined, so we're not like
Okay,
there like writing one with
so
him
he's
yet.
kind of still jumping into the creative process a
Yeah.
little. That's cool though. I'm curious to see how he takes it and like where he goes with it. It's like I like the way he sings. I like his vocals.
Yeah,
Sound
he's-
fucking
he's
good.
Good voice.
Ever since that house party
Yeah.
where he jumped in for Condemned for Nate for one of the songs.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
shit
so
was
fucking
dope.
good, dude. It's really good. It was
dude.
like shit. Why isn't he doing this normally? Like, why isn't he the singer?
I think he was just looking for the right band.
Next show, dude, August 6th at the Blues.
Yeah.
It's not too far from here actually. It's at like
15 minutes.
yeah, something like that. You could like take this over to 51, get off at Cactus. That's like right there on 32nd Street.
Yeah, Blues isn't that far away. Not from here. I'm on 7th Street.
Yeah, so yeah.
It's pretty close. Probably like 10, 15-minute drive. That's nothing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I've been to the Blues before. I remember I went there with Arcanaut. I was selling their merch for them at that show.
Fuck yeah.
And we like moved their pool table. They got so fucking mad. Holy shit. The guy that was working the bar got pissed.
Hell yeah.
Because like we were there with Adam.
Spleen.
Yeah, Adam Spleen. And we were like, hey man, we need a place to set up our merch. Can we just use this pool table? And it was just in a bad place. And he's like, yeah, here, let me go find the bartender and we'll get the lift to move the pool table. You know, it's just like a specific dolly for moving pool tables. And he just asked this bartender and she's like, yeah, it's right over there. And we go grab it and we moved the pool table over just to be our merch table. We had to like rotate it and move it over to the wall.
Right.
And this guy comes out and he was fucking pissed. He's like, what the fuck? Who fucking told you can move that shit? It's like, you can't just move this shit because there's a light hanging here and people will hit their head and it's an insurance liability and we can't fucking have that shit. You have to keep the table under the light. And he's getting super mad. It's like, dude, it's like off to the side of the, like, it's not even in the way, not even close. It's like, what the fuck? So we had to move the table back. We just set our merch table up on it anyways in the middle of the room. It's like, fuck it. We're going to use it anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, I guess we just get a bigger space now, I guess.
I know.
Like, whatever. That guy, he tripped me out. He was mad about something else. That was just the last straw, I guess. Just wrong place, wrong time.
Happens.
That poor bartender. She caught the end of that. She had no idea she wasn't supposed to move that pool table.
Or like,
And Adam just grabbed the lift right off her. She's like, yeah, it's over there. Oh man. Yeah, the Blues is a cool place though. It's like a nice cool little bar.
I like the bar because like you could sit on the far side of the bar and still see the stage like perfectly.
Yeah, it's like it almost comes out like a peninsula kind of. There's like two sides to it.
Pretty dope.
Yeah. I remember I was at the merch table on that show and Steven and Luis were sitting on the far side of the bar and Steven had like zoomed in on me for a video. He like zoomed in on my face and I was just sitting there at the table like just watching the band or whatever. Just sitting in a chair. He like zooms in on my face and like text comes up. It says buy merch. And I'm like not doing anything. I didn't even know he was filming. It's all hilarious shit. It's pretty funny.
Give this guy something to do.
Yeah, that was like one of the he like did like a live. It was like a live video or whatever. But it's just some stupid Instagram shit. Steven always did some crazy shit on Instagram. I don't know if you remember the Arcanaut videos, but he would like do some live video while they were doing a practice in the Francisco studios. And we had an extension ladder in there for the longest time because we hung up a bunch of packing blankets. And he would always climb up the extension ladder. It was just leaning on the wall. And he would just jump off like while doing a video. He'd like jump 6 feet to the ground.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. He did it like every time. He
Nice.
started calling it ladder time.
Ladder time.
It was just so dumb.
Ladder time.
Ladder time. Like, just jump off.
Ran into that dude at Guitar Center, Peoria, like a few months ago.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
that's cool. I haven't seen him in a while, man.
Yeah, I didn't even know like he was back because I remember hearing he had
He
moved
moved
to
back
Oregon.
a while ago.
Yeah, like that. I didn't even know, and then I ran into him. I was like, dude, like, what's up, man?
Yeah, I know you moved to Washington for a little bit.
Oh, that's right, not Oregon, Washington. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what he was doing up there though. Kind of lost touch with him. I don't know. I kind of lost touch with a lot of people recently, but I've been trying to fucking get my finances back in order, you know. Got the new job though, so that helps. Yeah, finally.
Shit, man.
Excited about that.
That's right. That's how this started. We were talking about how it seems like a lot of things are coming up for a lot of the homies.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people.
It's good. I'm
What
glad.
are you gonna be doing with your new job?
What's up?
What are you gonna be doing with your new job?
I'm just gonna be running a van, hanging those TVs in
Oh,
the high schools and stuff.
badass.
But I got my own van, and I get to stock it up how I want. And I get to run the fucking jobs. I'm the captain now. But
You're
yeah,
the captain now.
exactly. Yeah. It's
Okay.
the lead I was working with. He's like a buddy I've had since like kindergarten. Dude, I've known this guy forever. He's the one who got me the job there.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, right when I got hired on, we were working with these really shitty temps. They're just really bad. There's a reason they're temps. They just don't know how to work. And one of them, like, they were taking up our time. We were like babysitting them on the job. They're like setting. Dude, we were in the band room one day and they set up the drum set and fucking played on the, like, tried to play on the drum set, like in the band room. We're like, what are you doing, dude? We're working. We're on the clock. And you're just gonna set up all this shit that's not yours and fucking play with it? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I want to fire you right now. Like, oh my God. He took a guitar off the teacher's wall and just started playing the guitar. I'm like, you don't even know how expensive that guitar is. You better put that shit down. Like, I don't know how expensive that guitar is, but it's in the teacher's office hanging on the wall. Like, you should probably fucking put that down, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why do I have to tell you this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. But one day they end up, that same dude ended up dropping a TV on my lead's hand.
Ooh.
So his hand is broke.
Wow.
Yep, broke his hand. Fucking
Unfortunate.
after we were telling our soups, we were telling our supervisors, like, we need to get these temps out of here. These guys suck. They're bad. They suck. They're bad. They don't do anything. We have to babysit them. And then his hand gets broke because one of them dropped the TV.
That's
Like,
wild.
nice. So he was out for a few days. And then he got COVID.
Oof.
So
That's really rough.
he had to be out for like another week. And like, I've pretty much taken over the job, like taken over the process for him and all that. So and they hired a new guy because of all that. So they pretty much hired a new trainee for me. So I've been teaching a dude how to do this job, but they decided to just give me a van.
Nice.
Like, cool, awesome. Like, it sucks for Kevin having all that shit happen. It's bad luck, man.
Life happens sometimes, man.
Really bad luck. Man, that guy's story is just a tragedy. One thing after the other. It's like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Just fucking breaks his hand, then gets COVID. It's like, motherfucker. Man, he was working at a radio station. He was actually working at KTAR.
Oh yeah.
He had a whole bunch of bad luck there too.
Oof.
That's why he left.
Damn.
It's like, fuck, man. Just can't catch a break. It's like, well, I think he's doing well now, though. Everyone at the company likes him, so he's doing good. He just got his van. He just got put on this project, and that's when he broke his hand.
Nice.
It's like, shit, man. Oh well. Gotta keep
Thought we were
moving.
sticking to good stories.
You know what? I'm just a magnet for horrible horrible stories, I guess. I don't know. I like the chaos and fucked up shit. Trying to break out of that pattern.
You don't know about what's good if you don't know what's bad.
Yeah. It definitely makes any tiny little thing seem great. When all you're watching is like car crash videos and shit, you know,
Torture gore videos.
torture gore videos,
Yeah.
and, you know, listening to these terrible things happen to people. shitty people breaking their hands and whatever.
Yeah.
Just like, great. Well, you know,
Chilling.
sometimes these tiny little wins, they matter.
Yeah.
It will keep us going, man.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they don't lose value.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know, man. It's just life's getting crazy right now. It's just too easy to focus on the negative stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Media doesn't help.
No.
Is this media? Does this count?
Yeah.
Alternative media.
Alternative media? Am I part of the problem? Yeah, right. To all the 30 people who listen to this podcast.
Yeah. To Kyler.
Yeah, Kyler. The 30 views I'm getting.
He watches it 30 times.
That's funny. He's just in there on repeat.
Yeah.
Man, this episode with Nate is really good. Dude, he has almost 50 views now.
I know.
Episode 20.
Yeah.
It's almost got 50 views on it.
Fuck yeah.
It's pretty crazy. It's like, man, so 50 people pushed play?
Yeah.
Or is it like 25 people pushed
I
play
think
twice?
you can see that. You can probably look that up.
I mean, with the host that I'm using right now for my MP3s, they show me some pretty basic stats, and I haven't really tried to dive into any crazy details or anything.
You could probably download the Spotify artist app and then you just log in with like.
Well, they have a different one for podcasters.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, they have a totally different app.
Oh, damn.
They have Spotify for artists, Spotify for podcasters, and I think they might have switched it over to their podcast host, which is called Anchor.
Interesting.
But I'm using Anchor right now, and all it tells me is how many plays that it's had, and I am fine. I don't need any more details than that. I'm not trying to make this super complicated. I just like making these episodes and putting them out.
Yeah.
I don't know like how long it is exactly, but I know Ian was saying a while back, like when we first like barely started putting stuff or condemned on Spotify, that like you have to listen to like X amount of the song for it to even register.
Yeah.
As,
I know that.
It's not just like a click, listen to like 10 seconds and then like, because then it won't count.
Yeah, I think it's anything over like 10 seconds or something like that. I could probably look up the exact metric, but if it's like 3 or 5 seconds, like it doesn't count as a play.
I think Ian said it was like almost a minute that they would have to have been listening to like the song. So it might, I don't know how, like what the criteria. I think I don't know, because like a song, like you're looking at like 3 to however long the song is, like minute wise. So I wonder if it's like a certain percentage of like whatever audio file is being played that registers it as a view.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That'd be interesting to look up, because I know that Spotify they treat podcasts totally different than music. So not sure how that goes.
I wonder if they make more money from podcasts than music.
Yeah.
They do, don't they?
I don't know, actually. I know that Joe Rogan's a big chunk of their profits.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. Like, they got Joe.
How many people listen to podcasts over music, like while driving?
I know my mom does.
I listen to podcasts while I'm driving. I listen to music when I'm working.
I know, like, my brother and my sister have both like listened to like podcasts like while they're working as well. My mom, like I said, does it while she's driving to work in the morning.
I think it's when I'm alone, I'll listen to a podcast. When I'm with someone else, I'll put on music, because people like inevitably try to talk to you, and I can't listen to 2 conversations at once.
Right.
My brain just doesn't do it.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, I have to be in the mood for podcasts. Most of the time, I listen to music or I'll watch like a show. But like, especially a show like I'll try to do, like if I'm working, I'll try to do one that like I've seen before, or a movie that I've seen before, so I don't have to pay as much attention to it.
I'll put on Eric Andre. It's totally mindless. You can just not pay attention to that. It's real easy.
I do like doing the podcast though too. I went through like one day I watched or listened to like 3 or 4 episodes all back to back of your podcast. And
oh really?
Yeah, just because like, you know, you can just listen and like just zone out while you're working, like because I just do computer shit, so it's not like I have to.
Well, I'm glad it's listenable. Like, that's good. It's like shit. Sometimes I used to watch this podcast called Who Are These Podcasts, and I hope it make it on there someday. So shout out to them.
That'd be sick.
If you want, you can bring me up to them. Maybe they'll have me on their show. And what they do is they find podcasts and they just critique them in the most harsh way possible. They just take a shit on these podcasts like really bad and try to make fun of them as hard as they can. And I want to be on that show someday. That'd be so great.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I want them to tear me apart. That'd be great.
Sounds almost like what South Park does to like celebrities.
Dude, it's perfect. But they'll pick people out and like there's some fucking like pretty crazy segments they have on that show. But they'll take super clips of people, you know, and just totally make fun of them and just like, oh, look at this, they don't do any editing, they fucking suck, this sucks, this sucks, that sucks, and like, oh, listen to this clip I found, they sound like a total fucking idiot here, and they're like play a clip. Dude, they have so much hate mail, like they have the most incredible amount of hate mail, but like the whole show is like they're trying to be extreme. You know, they're trying to be the bad guy. They're not trying to give you like an honest review, like it might be honest, but it's brutally honest on purpose. Like, but who are these podcasts? Those guys they're very thorough.
Right.
They're good, man. They'll have like guests, like other podcast hosts as a guest to review a podcast that sucks really bad. So they'll like send them homework. Like, oh, you got to listen to these many episodes and try to find some shitty clips and pull them out. And it's pretty fucking funny. So they have like new opinions on all this garbage every once in a while. But
that's pretty dope. Yeah, it sounds like it would be like a interesting listen.
It's pretty good.
It sounds like a Mystery Science Theater, but for podcasts.
Yeah.
It's definitely what it is.
That's
something
cool.
like that. But it's like a critique, you know? But some of the podcasts that are on there are like, oh my God. Like, there's no way I could sound that bad. Like, I try a little harder than these motherfuckers. Like, there's people that sound like they're recording it right off their phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the worst possible thing. They're just done recording. They're like, okay, that's good. Publish.
Damn.
And yeah, and it's like, there's some that are really, really bad. It's like, fuck. Like, how are these people are delusional, you know? They just are putting out a product that they believe in with like no quality.
Yeah.
No effort. It's like it takes effort to get quality. It's like I'm trying to ride that line real tight.
Real tight.
I'm trying to get the most amount of quality with the least amount of effort.
What you gotta do?
Yeah, at least I'm being honest about it. Some people try to convince you that this is their life's work and then spend like 2 hours a week. You know? It's pretty obvious though, most of the time. I spend hours on this shit afterwards trying to like get all the pops and clicks and echoes out.
Yeah. How is like the after editing? Like pretty simple, or is it?
It's simple. It takes a lot of time because it takes processing. Like I use a program from Isotope called RX8. I think RX9 is out now. I might look into how much that costs. Probably like $100 or something like that.
Yeah.
But what all I do is I just take the whole audio file, or there's a break in this one because of the bathroom break or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'll just merge the two files together, and then I'll bring it into that program, and I'll put a whole bunch of processing on it, which is like, you know, taking out all the mouth clicks, and then I put it through something called deverb, and it like recognizes the reverb from the audio signal, and it'll try to delete it out of all the waveforms. And putting like, you know, something like that extensive or that intensive on a 2-hour audio clip takes, you know, a good 5 or 6 minutes of solid like processing time. You can watch the loading bar, and then that's just one process. Then you go to like declick, then you go to like, there's one called decrackle, and it takes all the static sound out of the voice and all that, like all the like little tiny crackles in your throat and whatever. Takes all that shit out, all the clothes rustling, it'll deal with that. And that one takes like a good 8 minutes. to go through, and you do this over and over for 5 or 6 different things, and you put it through this thing called loudness control at the end. Loudness control pretty much makes everything the same volume.
Right.
And dude, it's magic. It honestly makes my job so easy. Like, loudness control is just straight up magic. I don't know how the fuck it works, but it saves me a lot of time. But it still takes like 15 minutes to process it. Like, for 2 hours, it'll take 15 minutes to like adjust all the waveforms for me. But it's pretty much just an automatic setting. I can set like how loud I want it to be, the minimum like difference between loudnesses, and then I can set like, you know, the threshold for the gate and whatever, and it'll calculate all of that, replace all the waveforms, and just tell me when it's ready. And I just give it a listen. If it doesn't sound like shit, I'll publish it.
Sounds badass, man.
But I probably have to run like another couple things after the loudness control too, because it brings quiet shit up. So you got to like run another declick, another decrackle, another fucking, you know, you got to like clean it and clean it and clean it and clean it. But that's all I do.
The loudness control first. You think that would save you some time?
Well, no, I want to clean up a lot of the artifacts that I can first, and then hit loudness control, and it'll bring up all the quiet stuff. If all the shitty stuff is really quiet already there in the background, and then I did loudness control, it would grab all that quiet shit and think that I want it, and it'll pull it up really loud for me. And then all the pops and clicks and breaths and whatever, and anytime somebody taps a mic stand, like all that shit gets brought up, you know. And it's easier to take it out first, then do loudness control, and then run it through another cleaning cycle again, pretty much.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I see that.
It takes a lot of time, but you're just sitting there. I usually just edit the photo, the thumbnail that I'm going to use while I'm sitting there waiting.
There you go.
I have a little program on my phone that I edit it with. I don't even use Photoshop. Just fucking pull up the picture on my phone. Like, I'm not trying to make it super high definition quality or nothing. It's just to see who's like what the people look like.
Right.
Eventually, I want to add video. I think that'd be
sick.
cool.
Yeah, video's always cool.
Yeah, I feel like I'd want somebody who can switch it live.
The ankles.
Yeah, because I don't want to go back and edit the angles. I just don't want to like sit there, and I don't have the focus and the patience for that.
And that would be tough.
I'd rather have somebody sit here with me and just like switch to like the guest, and then between me, like while we're talking.
Well, you can probably have one of just all of us at once.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, or having like 2 cameras and then just having both angles in one screen, just kind of crop them together. I've seen a lot of podcasts do that. I might copy that kind of style.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think video is the way to go, because I'm not going to get very much traction without it. A lot of the major podcasts I see, they're popular because of all the reels on Facebook and Instagram. They have like the short little 10-second clips of a crazy quote or something.
Yeah.
Like, I need to.
Yeah, I saw that too. This one he's more of a YouTuber, but he has a podcast too. His name is Philion, and he said like his TikTok is bigger than both. You know what I mean? Just because they get the 10-second clips, and those just blow up.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to touch TikTok though. I don't want
China.
to. I just don't want to touch it. I just don't like it.
I love it, man.
TikTok is garbage.
TikTok, dude. It's dangerous.
Too dangerous, man. The Facebook Reels get me enough. I don't need a whole app dedicated to that kind of shit.
Facebook Reels are old, dude.
I don't care.
Like,
that format is destructive to me. Like, my attention span can't take it. It just gets sucked into it, and fucking I lose hours of my life scrolling through those stupid 10-second videos. I think it was Vine. It's fucking Vine.
Vine started it all.
They ruined it. They came out with it's like the nuke. The attention span nuclear bomb. They've ruined it for everyone.
Maybe that's why you don't like doom metal.
Why?
I remember I forget who you were talking to, but because it's just so slow and like the songs are like so long.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like maybe the attention span bomb.
Yeah, dude, my attention span is probably shorter than it used to be. But I mean, I like long songs, but it's like, I don't know, they got to change. They got to have like some sort of difference in like in the parts. You know what I mean? I can't like, the problem with like modern music for me, I think, is the fact that like most of the bass line in like the song doesn't change. The rhythm to the song doesn't change. There's no like differences, you know. Even like the catchiest pop song has like two parts, the verses and the chorus. There is nothing like interesting about this kind of shit. And it's like with metal, the longer songs, they usually change quite a bit more. They have like 5 or 6 parts. If it's like a 10-minute song, they'll like break into a random fucking bridge that only happens once, or like a, you know, this verse at the end is like really unique. They'll do like some weird breakdown at the end, you know, so it's interesting. You don't know what you're expecting in the next part of the song. But anything repetitive kind of kills it for me. Like my downstairs neighbors, they listen to rap really loud, but it's like classics, you know, like some fucking one of 50 Cent's hits, or like some fucking, you know, Jay-Z song I've heard a million times unwillingly. Nice. You know, it's just some random fucking bullshit I've heard in high school a million times. And I could just hear the bass line through the floor, and it doesn't change for 4 whole minutes. It's like, oh my God, how do people listen to this? Like, ugh, so boring. But I don't know. I feel like metal is just more creative.
Yeah.
You have to push the boundaries. Some metal doesn't push boundaries. No. It usually ends up on the radio.
Well, some metal is like very edgy and like hard, but it's just like uninspired. They're just trying to copy someone else.
5 Finger Fruit Punch.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking band. Oh my God. Disturbed. Ugh. I think the only kind of new metal band I really like appreciate and actually like the style is Slipknot.
Slipknot's kind of cool.
I just like their vocals. Like,
yeah,
Corey Taylor does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Taylor does a good job with like the rhythm of the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like he doesn't match up with the guitars and the drums.
It kind of like raps sometimes.
It has like its own rhythm. It's its own fucking instrument within the music, within the mix, you know, and that's really cool.
There's a song called "Wither" by Tech Nine that Corey Taylor featured on it.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty dope. I think you would actually like that.
I've probably heard it before.
Probably, I don't know. Maybe not.
I mean,
it's pretty dope. It starts like really like acoustic sounding, and then like it just gets like pretty fucking heavy.
I'll look it up. That sounds cool. But so is there anything new that you guys want to talk about, like before we take off? Anything coming up? I know you had that August 6th show for Condemned coming up.
Yeah, I got August 6th is the next one, then August 12th, and then our third show, then September 17th. So those are the 3. Well, October 15th, but that's in Tucson.
That's pretty far away.
Yeah. I think after that, and
those are all Condemned shows.
Those are all Condemned shows.
I think that October one might be the last one for the year, just so we can focus on getting this album done.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, dude. Yeah, get more music out there. That's the goal. The goal is not to fucking, you know, the goal is to make the more music, get your craft out there. So, like, I like to hear new stuff. I don't care how many times a band is on stage. If they're making more music, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, make more and more and more. Don't fucking stop.
Mm-hmm.
You can play like 4 shows a year. If you're producing an album every year, that's a fucking impressive to me, you know?
I like to go to shows, especially like...
Yeah, the shows are fun as an artist, I'm sure.
With Trevor's Trinad, buying like all the bands are like my favorites now. Like I'm gonna, like every time they come through, I'm gonna like do my best to go see them, just because like there was a couple times, like I've only seen Black Dahlia Murder like twice, and there was like a couple like between those 2 times they were here like 2 other times, and one of those was the Nocturnal 10-year anniversary, and that's my favorite album next to Everblack.
Yeah,
And-
I missed that one too. I missed the
and-
Nocturnal one.
Like, I was like, man, like, for being my favorite fucking band, like, I sure didn't see them a whole lot.
No. I didn't. I did go to the Nocturnal one. That's the one I did go to.
Fuck.
There was another one they played an album and I missed it.
I saw them when they were touring for Abysmal when that was brand new, and then I saw them play Nightbringers in its entirety, and then that same show and tour, Whitechapel was doing the 10-year anniversary of This Is Exile, and they were playing that in its entirety. That show was fucking heavy as fuck.
I was at the Nightbringers show.
Fuck yeah.
I saw the one where they played Nightbringers in its entirety when it just came out.
Dude, that shit was so
Holy
fucking good.
shit. And then they played songs from Nocturnal in between. Oh fuck, dude, it was so good.
Man.
I can't get enough of that band. It's a shame. But
Very sad.
super, super sad. God damn.
But because of that now, like I was saying, like if I'm able to, like I'm gonna go see like those bands that are like the really like they like hit close, like I don't, they're
Well, I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen, man. They might not be playing next year.
yeah, you never know.
They might just be done.
That's like Delware's Prada. Like I love the fuck out of that band, dude. I've been listening to them since like 2008, some shit like that. And they're gonna be here in August on August 28th at the Nile, and they're gonna play a Zombie EP and then the Zombie 2 EP. And those two, like, bro, those are fucking heavy as fuck, dude. I'm really excited for that show.
I'll have to look that up. I'll see if I'll be into it. I haven't heard that band in a long time, so I just remember them not quite being what I'm into, but I don't know. I haven't listened to them in a while.
Yeah, I mean, they're like one of those bands. Like I feel like I don't know. Like all their albums are like really different. Like you might like one album but not like another.
Yeah,
Like one of those type deals. But Zombie EP, like it's heavy as fuck. Like I think it's worth a shot to check out for you.
Sweet. Is Bloodsaw doing anything?
I think we have a show coming up in November.
All right.
That's pretty far out there. And then Eternal, we got September 20th at the Yucca Tap Room with Thrawn, Death Cave, and Yatra.
Nice.
Which would be pretty cool. Death Cave's out from Seattle.
I saw that poster.
And Yatra is from, I want to say they're from like over on the East Coast somewhere.
Isn't that being promoted as like a Doom kind of show?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
When is that?
It's gonna be September 20th.
Do you know what day that is?
Oh, it's a Thursday.
Where's it at again?
Yucca.
Yucca.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I'll have to go check that out.
Cool.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, guys, it was great having you on.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, again.
I know.
Well, I'm sure we'll do it a third time.
Fuck yeah, dude. I look forward to it.
It'll be good.
At
Really
some
look
point,
forward to it.
for sure. All right, man.
After the album's released, so we can talk about it and get your thoughts.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I would love that. That'd be cool. I haven't done a review. So
Oh, really? That'd be good.
Hey.
maybe that'll be like part of my YouTube channel if I ever get that back on track.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, good talking to you guys.
Later.